All right, I'm going to do a little unboxing video of a tool that I've been curious about for quite some time, an electric eraser. Now, I've never had one, but I am planning on doing some fairly detailed graphite drawings, so I thought it might come in handy. So let's just open up this box and take a look at what's inside. All right, this is an AFMAT electric eraser. I purchased this on Amazon. Fairly modest in price, $16.99. So if it doesn't work out, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Let's take a look. Okay, we got some instructions. That's a good thing. And a little brush, that's also kind of nice. Oh, a USB power charger. That's surprising. I thought it would be just batteries, so that might come in handy. And looks like a nice, generous supply of refills, small and a little bit larger. All right, let's take a look at the instructions and see how to replace the eraser. Looks pretty simple. All right, good. And just grab this guy. It's got a nice cover on it, so that's good. Protect that top. And let's see if it is charged right out of the box, so that's a good thing too. We don't need to wait. All right, let's give this a try on a couple different surfaces. I have been working on creating some nice dark backgrounds with several layers of dark graphite. So let's just grab a couple of those samples. Starting with one that is on Arch's watercolor paper. This is hot pressed watercolor paper, so smooth. So let's just give this a go and see what happens when we... Oh, that's very nice. Look, it gets right down to the paper really easily, and a lot of control. Look at that, you can get little bits. Really nice, really nice. Kicks up a little bit of debris. That's okay. So let's try the smaller nib. That might give us even more control. It's one of those. This almost looks like a molly. Interesting. Take that out. Put that in there. Holds it pretty snugly, that's good. And come in just like a almost... Now that's really nice. You can really get in there. Little highlights for eyes. I think that could definitely come in handy. Quite a lot of control. All right, let's contrast that to a pink pearl eraser, just for the fun of it. Now I have a pink pearl eraser here. Now just to be fair, I'm going to come in and clean this up. I'm going to use a sand pad and get the edge of this pink pearl eraser nice and clean. And again, kicking up some debris. I'll get rid of that with the brush. And let's see. And with a pink pearl eraser, you can cut this into little pieces and have slightly more control. But you see that it kind of has a little bit softer edge, a diffused edge, whereas the electric eraser lets me have a really clean, sharp edge to that area that I've erased. So to me, that's the kind of difference. This is also not digging into the paper surface, down to the white of the paper, not quite as cleanly. All right, so let's take a look at another kind of surface that I'm toying around with a bit, and that's clayboard, graphite on clayboard. And you can see I've got some really nice dark swatches here. Now the difference being with these is I have used a spray fixative this one, Krylon Fine Art Fixative, to build up these dark layers. So I think I've got probably 6 layers of 9B graphite, and in between each layer I have sprayed with the fixative. So I'm anticipating that it might be a little difficult to dig into the surface of the graphite and get down to the clayboard. But let's just give it a go and see. All right, so I'm gonna, just to be fair, I'm gonna start with that thicker nib, because that's what we did on the paper. All right, let's give it a try. Oh, wow. Goes right to it. Look at how bright and white that mark is. That's impressive to me. Now I'm worn it down a bit. Let me go for this smaller nib this time. Let's see what happens. Expose it a little bit more than I've got. There we go. Clean off the, all right. Just by holding it for just a moment, it digs, just vibrates a little bit, and it digs right down to that white of that clayboard. Very, very white. See if I can get some line. Plenty of control here. Just by holding it, you can really get it to go and make a clean white line. So that's really impressive, just comparing the two. Both are good. Here we're getting a lot more contrast because this swatch is quite a bit darker than this one. But I'm wondering now if I do the same thing, kind of hold it in place. Can I get down? Yes. Just holding it in place for a moment longer, you can get it right down to the paper. And I would anticipate that this one would have been a little harder to get down to the white of the clayboard than this, but both a really good result. Really happy I purchased it. I'm really excited to give it a go on some actual drawings. All right, I hope this helped, and see you soon.